Particularly when it comes to money, there's usually some limiting beliefs around that. Like, do you believe, for example, that you have to work really hard in order to make a lot of money? A lot of us were sort of raised with that belief system as if it's the norm. And so we don't even question it, because since we're little kids, all we hear is, you got to do really well in school so that you can achieve more, so that you can become something, which really, even that in itself is kind of toxic, because it really would lead a child to deep down believe that if they're not that, then they're somehow not enough or not good enough. And that really is trauma in and of itself, because it's an innate belief system that is so toxic and negative. Because if we didn't believe that, who would you be without that thought, right? How would you live if you didn't believe that limiting belief? Because it is very limiting. If you didn't think that you're not enough unless you do this, this, and this, then you would literally, like, your whole vibrational alignment would be very different. It would be one of, I am innately enough, right? I'm already capable of, having the abundance, and I'm deserving of all of it. So it's very interesting to start probing deep within and start questioning the belief systems that come up, and start asking, is this really my own? So that's like a big one. Or, we often tend to carry different beliefs around. For example, money is the root of all evil, right? Such a common one. Where does that come from? Is that really your own belief system? Or did you just happen to hear it as a child? So if you just happen to have heard it in a household, then is this really your parents' stuff? Because a lot of times, if you really start examining it, it may have come from generational beliefs, from great-great-grandparents who lived in a completely different society, experienced totally different experiences, which led them to connect to that story. And yet that story was being repeated from generation to generation. And then you today could be experiencing this, financial hardships due to that limiting belief or that lack belief system and the stories around it. Does that make sense?